I have bad news. And it follows along with what I said about the state of the U.S. power grid and the threat of EMP attack. And the only conclusion that I can take away from this is that America has lost the will and ability to defend herself. And it's shocking to see. One evidence of this comes from a war simulation done by RAND. And I saw it in a Zero Hedge article called U.S. Gets Its Butt Kicked in World War III Simulation, RAND. This is the kind of thing that drives me nuts. The generals and the politicians know American vulnerabilities. They refuse to address these vulnerabilities and throw massive amounts of money at expensive weapon systems that have limited use on the battlefield. Then there is horrifying corruption at every turn while America stands wide open to complete destruction on the battlefield as well as at the home front. Read between the lines in this article, and we're talking about an EMP strike on the U.S., something that China and Russia are willing and prepared to do, as I've said before, on a moment's notice. And we cannot stop them. We have refused to harden the electrical and electronic infrastructure of the United States while we waste millions of dollars on $10 targets. Bombs and missiles that are horribly expensive on pieces of rubble. It's almost as if America is begging to be destroyed. And then just to add insult to injury, the U.S. Army is destroying her elite Special Forces unit, a unit that we know of as the Green Berets. And I saw evidence of this in an article titled Exclusive DoD Investigating General Retaliating Against Green Berets. This article points to something seriously wrong in the United States Army, because they are churning out substandard Special Forces units and destroying the ability of the Army to depend upon those units. This is utterly insane. It gets even worse if these substandard Special Forces soldiers attain command rank. Substandard officers will be unable to effectively and timely give orders while also being unable to achieve important objectives. And I hope I didn't garble that. Sorry. If you need Special Operations Forces that badly, then you need to beef up the 82nd Airborne with either a higher class qualification or an overstrength battalion that can achieve objectives that regular airborne units might not. Whatever you do not blunt the most lethal and successful Special Operations Force that the Army has. It's bad for morale, it destroys esprit de corps, and it leads to failed missions. And the morons running the Pentagon either don't realize what they've done or they don't realize what Major General Sontag is doing. Either way, this is already a disaster. Sontag needs to be reassigned to the South Pole and a more capable officer put in his place. This is so stupid that I was about to say that I can hardly believe it, but we have examples in history of extreme stupidity in generals leading to extreme defeat in the fall of empire. Of course, the American empire needs to fall, so maybe I need to stop being upset by this.